तो हम MCQs कर रहे थे। हमारा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, इन केस ऑफ बार डायग्राम्स रिमेन्स द सेम, ए कॉलम्स, बी परसेंटेज, सी लेंथ ऑफ द बार, डी ब्रेथ ऑफ द बार। तो इसका आंसर है डी ब्रेथ ऑफ द बार। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, drawn only when percentage distribution of the value is to diagrammatically presented, a pie diagram, B bars, C multiple bar diagrams, और D all of these। तो इसका आंसर है A pie diagrams। Bar diagram is A one-dimensional diagram, B two-dimensional diagram, C diagrams with no dimension, या D none of the above। तो इसका आंसर है bar diagram is A one-dimensional diagram। A histogram is a graphical representation of a frequency distribution of A individual series, B discrete series, C continuous series, or D none of the above। तो इसका आंसर है C continuous series। Next, what is the shape of less than ogive? A rising upwards, B falling downwards, C parallel to x-axis, और D parallel to y-axis। तो इसका आंसर है A rising upwards। Next, which of the following is a shape of frequency distribution curve? A shaped, B shaped, C U or inverse U shaped, or D all of these। इसका आंसर है C U or inverse U shaped। Next, a curve based on a series where there are two classes with highest frequencies is called A bimodal, B less than, C histogram, D frequency polygon। तो इसका आंसर है A bimodal। Next, data representative through a histogram can help in finding graphically the A mean, B mode, C median, D all of these। तो इसका आंसर है B mode। Next, ogive can be helpful in locating graphically the A mode, B mean, C median, D none of the above। तो इसका आंसर है C median। Next question 17, always drawn with reference to some scale, A graph, B abscissa, C arithmetic, D mode। तो इसका आंसर है A graph। Next, data represented thought arithmetic line graph help in understanding A long-term trend, B cyclicity in data, C seasonality in data, और D all of these। तो इसका आंसर होगा A long-term trend। Next, which of the following is a type of mathematical average? A median, B partition value, C mode, और D none of the above। तो इसका आंसर है D none of the above। अच्छा, next question, which of the following is not a measure of central tendency? A mean, B mode, C standard deviation, D median। तो इसका आंसर है C standard deviation। Next, which is not a method to find arithmetic mean? A direct method, B assumed mean method, C step deviation step। तो 21 के ऑप्शन से A डायरेक्ट मेथड, B assumed mean method, C step deviation method, और D कार्ल पियर्सन्स मेथड। तो इसका आंसर है कार्ल पियर्सन्स मेथड। Next, assumed mean is taken in which method? A direct method, B step deviation method, C Carl Pearson's method, या D Spearman's method। तो इसका आंसर है बी, स्टेप डेविएशन मेथड। नेक्स्ट, सम ऑफ डेविएशन ऑफ डिफरेंट वैल्यूज फ्रॉम अरिथमेटिक मीन इज कॉल्ड इज ऑलवेज इक्वल टू ए 0, बी 1, सी लेस देन 1 और डी मोर देन 1। तो इसका आंसर है ए 0। Next, the sum of square deviation of the items from arithmetic mean is A minimum, B maximum, C arithmetic or D all of these। इसका आंसर है A minimum। Next 25, arithmetic mean makes comparison A median, B easy, C difficult, D minimum। इसका आंसर है B easy। Next, name any two mathematical averages, A arithmetic mean and geometric mean, B lower limit and upper limit, C mean and mode और D none of these। तो इसका आंसर है A arithmetic mean and geometric mean। अगला, out of the following by which method mode can be calculated? A inspection method, B grouping method, C both A and B और D all of these। तो इसका आंसर है C। इसका आंसर है C, हाँ, both A and B। Next 20, in the calculation of standard deviation, deviations are taken only from the dash value of the series, A mean, B mode, C median और D quartile। इसका आंसर है A mean। Next, variance is simply the square of A mean deviation, B standard deviation, C mode, D none of these। तो इसका आंसर है B standard deviation। Variance is simply the square of standard deviation। Next, difference between third quartile and first quartile of a series is called A quartile deviation, B interquartile range, C mean और D all of these। तो इसका आंसर है B interquartile range।